Yo, what's up? I was watching YouTube and I came across this video which it looks interesting and I have no clue why it's on my recommended, so we're gonna check it out.
This is a partial list of the commercial diving fatalities over the past 15 years. All have one common cause: Delta P.
Delta P.
2 out of 3 commercial diving fatalities involve
Damn,
Delta P.
man. That's a whole
It
lot of
is
deaths right
invisible
there.
to a diver, and it strikes suddenly, without warning.
Strikes.
There is
What the
almost
fuck is
no way
Delta
to
P?
escape
It
once
sounds
it
like a
grabs you.
terrible fucking
Knowing what it
thing.
is, where it lurks, and how to avoid its grasp is the subject of this
What
video.
is Delta P? Is it like some sort of deep sea monster? Is it like fucking Medusa? Not Medusa. Some sort of weird deep sea, Cthulhu or something?
Delta
Like
P
fucking
stands for
alien?
differential pressure. Our discussion refers to situations where the pressures
Pressure.
between two bodies of water are dramatically different. In a situation like this, the bodies of water continuously seek to equalize themselves.
Yeah.
In this example, the body of water on the right wants to rush to the body of water on the left by means of the pipe between them. The pressure exerted on the valve stopping this water transfer can be enormous, depending on the difference in the depths of the water and the diameter of
Is
the
this
pipe.
just like...
If the difference between the depth of water is 50
This
feet
is
and the
literally just a
diameter of the
fucking
pipe is 10
like...
inches, the force of
Why is
water
this on my
exerted on the valve
recommended?
is
It's
nearly
just
1,700 pounds.
telling you like...
If the
It's
valve
showing you
was
the
suddenly
difference
open
between
and your arm
pressures.
was near, it would be sucked into the hole instantly.
Oh, so that's what Delta
Trying
P
to
is.
remove
It's
your
just
arm would be like trying to
immense
lift a car
pressure.
completely off the ground
Why?
with one
Why did
hand.
they make it seem like it
You
was a
could only
fucking
remove
like
your arm if the
monster that
pressures
like
between
deep
the two
sea
bodies
divers like
became nearly equalized.
couldn't even fucking
But at the pressure
combat?
in
It's
this
like
example,
nobody
your
knows what it
body
is, but
makes a
no, it's just
perfect
like
seal, stopping the
don't
bodies
be
of water from
near the
equalizing.
fucking
The
where all the
formula for
water is
calculating the
going
force of
through, where all the
water through a
pressure is
hole at a particular
wanting
depth
to go
is
through, and you'll be
the area
fine.
of the
Okay.
hole multiplied by the difference in water depth,
What the
multiplied by the
is there
psi per
anything
foot of
more to
water
this
depth.
video than... Oh,
Or, in
wait,
the
hold on.
situation just described,
What is it?
the 10-inch hole
Okay, hold
equals
on. It looks like
78
it gets
square inches
interesting in a second.
times 50. You
Maybe.
can't
I don't fucking
see
know.
or feel a delta P situation as you dive near it. It
Oh.
grabs you suddenly,
Oh
and
yeah,
it
it's the
doesn't let
crab
go
that
until
just
the
gets
pressure is equalized.
consumed
When
by
it's
the
got you,
fucking pipe.
it's got you.
Jesus.
As you watch the following recreations of actual delta P incidents, ask yourself if you have, on occasion,
Damn, that
ventured into
that guy
situations
had to
without
just
being
turn right a
thoroughly
little bit
prepared.
and he would have got the best BJ of his life. That guy got his ass stuck in the pipe. Now he could suck all the
Diver
shit
1
out of
enters
him.
the water behind the dam structure in order to clean the
Keep
strainer
his
of the
guts
dam's
clean
drain.
and
When the
probably
drain
pull
is
out his
cleared,
guts with
the
him.
tremendous force of rushing water through the drain grabs hold of Diver 1, sucks him partially inside, and traps him.
Well, I think he's dead. I think
Diver
you should just
2
give
enters
up
the
on
water
him.
to help Diver
No,
1
Diver 2,
and becomes
you're gonna
trapped
get
also.
sucked, you idiot.
Diver 3 enters the water to rescue Divers 1 and 2,
Okay,
and after
once
40
he pulls
minutes
one of them out,
returns
it's
to the
just gonna...
surface with both divers. They are
Well, what
dead.
happened to all the pressure?
Diver 3 was hospitalized for injuries suffered in the rescue attempts.
Damn. Well, feels bad. Should have just killed him. Let the first guy die.
A scuba
Saved
diver
more
was
lives.
repairing a pool bottom at a depth of 10 feet. He came close to the open pool drain and was drawn against it.
No.
His
I thought
body
he was
made
gonna
a
get
perfect
his
seal
pee-pee
against the
sucked.
drain. He was diving alone and had no tender at the surface. No one
he's
knew
just there to
he was
drown to
trapped.
death.
He ran out of air and drowned.
Yeah, that must be like the worst way to die. You just can't move or anything. You're just drowning slowly.
2 scuba divers entered a water tower to unclog a drain. Using a fire hose to blast away the silt and mud that was clogging the drain, The drain
Well, yeah,
suddenly
obviously
opened.
you're just gonna get
A
sucked
great
in.
suction immediately
Did
occurred.
nobody, like,
Diver
think
1
of
was
that?
pulled into the drain.
Yeah, he's for
Visibility
sure
was zero. Diver 2 did
Yeah,
not
he's for
know
sure
that
dead.
this had occurred. Diver 2 surfaced, thinking Diver 1 had already come up. Diver 2 made repeated but unsuccessful attempts to find him.
He's dead.
Diver 1
He's
ran out
been-
of air
his-
and died.
Yeah.
Neither diver was tethered to the surface, had communication with the surface, or with each other.
Well, what? This just seems like maybe you should,
A surface
instead of
supply
going down
diver was
into it, you
working
should just use
offshore
big
in 86
tools,
feet of water on a well re-entry
or
project.
just think
He
of
was
that
using a
shit.
drill string to hook a trash cap inside a 13-inch well casing. The first attempt
I don't even know
failed to
what this
catch the
is,
cap. The diver was asked to stand by the hole to make sure the string caught the cap. He reported
just
when he
doesn't
saw the
sound like a
cap
good
was
idea.
hooked and began to leave. The drill string was pulled to the surface rapidly. Because the cap was nearly the size of
That
the
just
casing,
doesn't
a
sound like a
great
good
suction
idea.
developed. As the cap came free,
Like,
the
who-
rushing water grabbed the diver
Like,
and
doesn't
forced
somebody,
one
like,
leg into
think
the
of
hole,
this
up to the
in-
pelvis. The diver was killed.
Like, nobody, like, thinks of this, that, like, if you're too close to this when we're pulling it out, you just
Diver
get
1
fucking
enters the water at a
like that
hydroelectric
fucking
generation
crab
plant.
did.
His assignment is to seal off leaks in a large gate valve. The three-person dive team is assured by the plant's operating personnel that the gate valve is closed.
Like, this shit just
Diver
seems like
1
common
surfaces
sense. You just
and
gotta
reports
worry
that he
about
thinks the
immense
valves are open.
pressure building.
The winch is started and closes the valve. A 30-inch sluice gate is manually cranked shut. The dive team questions the plant personnel. The valve indicator shows the valve not fully closed. Plant personnel reply that the indicator is never correct and typically the valve is cranked until tight. Diver 1 re-enters the water, convinced that everything is
This just
okay.
needs like an inspection.
In a few moments,
and then,
he begins
like, yeah,
to
this
scream.
is just incompetence.
The
This
dive
isn't
supervisor tries
Delta
to
P.
contact Diver 1 on the intercom.
If anything,
The tender
the
and
crew,
supervisor
the
pulled the
fucking
lifeline
crew of that
and
whatever
umbilical.
place should be
Both
fucking
have broken
charged.
from
The
their
company
attach
should be
points.
charged for that.
The gates are cycled open while waiting for the rescue divers.
Those
2
employees
attempts
should
by
be
the company diver
fired for
failed to
doing
locate
such
Diver
a
1.
stupid fucking thing.
12 hours later, Diver 1's body is recovered.
Jesus Christ, this is so like early 2000s. I love it.
When you accept a new job,
Look at how bald
make sure
that
you take part
motherfucker
in a
is.
pre-job meeting.
He looks like that one guy from fucking.
Be sure that you understand the layout of the site and how the piping and valve systems work together.
God, this is so like
The
nostalgic.
diving
from, like,
supervisor should have a simplified but site-specific
like,
schematic of the
junior
site
high, like,
and a
fucking
diving checklist
CDF,
to make sure
like,
nothing
just
is
weird
on or
fucking
open
videos
that
they'd
shouldn't be.
find.
Your client also needs to know about Delta P. If they take your
Delta P,
concerns
it's not,
lightly,
it's just,
make sure
yeah,
they understand
I mean,
the
yeah,
life-threatening hazards.
Delta P is the direct pressure or whatever, but like,
Always practice
you should
lockout
just
tagout
not have that. You
procedures.
should be like, okay,
These are tried and true methods
we'll use the
that can
machine to
eliminate
pull it out.
machinery and
You
valve
gotta go
accidents
hook it
if
on, though,
practiced
like that.
religiously.
Don't be going in there cleaning something that
Make sure to
can have a
consider
lot
the
of
potential
pressure.
Delta P hazards of your new
stupid.
assignment when choosing your equipment.
Oh, that thing looks wicked.
Make sure others in the water and on the surface can tell exactly where you are. They should be able to communicate with you at all times and be able to get you out if you're stuck.
Yeah, Tom check, lay reading.
And this thing got a semi-truck going on down there.
Make sure your equipment won't interfere
It's just ready to
or
go.
become fouled if you must be near a Delta P situation.
A Delta P situation.
There are
Well, this
certain
is kinda
techniques that you can
disappointing. I
use
thought
to
Delta
help
P
reduce
was gonna be
and
something,
even
like,
eliminate Delta
interesting.
P hazards. The first step is to recognize the potential forces
this
working
just
on
kinda
each other
fucking
in your
sucks.
environment. Learn the layout of the site and
Learn
how
the
the system
layout of
functions.
the site. Hold on. That one.
Calculate the
that
force
the
of water
crab?
at the depth, because when it's gotcha,
Yeah.
it's gotcha.
It's gotcha. Poor
Don't
crab.
add your
Mr.
name to
Krabs
this
got
list.
slurped up. Poor guy. Well, That was just shitty, but goodbye. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, motherfucker.